G'day, everyone. Welcome. Friday night. Has anyone noticed someone missing? Dead set. Hope you're well. G'day, Susie. I've been following a few of your comments on the way. We've been talking about Mary Poppins, everyone. Thanks, YouTube. Yes, I know I'm live. Give us a heads up if you can hear me and see me okay, guys. Just make sure this microphone is working okay. I think it does on StreamYard. I think it's when I just do it through YouTube by myself. So I'm through StreamYard at the moment because I'm hoping the Gidgee Gorilla comes on, because that's why I'm on tonight, to have a chat with Gidgee, and I have not heard from him. He's got his raptor outside the house, and I think there's a hailstorm coming, so he might be trying to get his raptor under cover down there in Brisbane at the moment. 5B5, thanks, Brad. Greggy Palmer, you diddly donk. How are you? G'day, Jack. How are you, mate? Hope you're well. Ivan and Lisa, g'day. Good to see you on. Big fella. Matty. Tim the Tool Man. Good to see you today, mate. Tim dropped in for a chat for about half an hour this morning. He was down around Innisfail doing some work, so Tim popped in and said g'day. Chrissy Anderson's on, guys, the nomadic Yowie, saying g'day to Brad. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Mr. Bullet over in West Aussie. G'day, Mr. Bullet. Ray Newman. How are you, mate? Greggy Campbell. G'day, Greggy. How are you, mate? I think all the New South Wales boys were out doing trivia last night, and I'll tell you what, there were some dumb people in that team, let me tell you, led by Bob Asser. G'day, Steve. How are you? Saw Adventures. Hope you're well, mate. Blue Dog 10. G'day, Blue Dog. Oh, Blue Dog's been sending me some messages and that, having a chat about the army and all that type of stuff. Here's Gidgee, guys. Hello. Have I sent you the... Yes, I did. Hang on. Sent. Gidgee Gorilla. Right. Give me 2 seconds. Clip. Raptor? Maybe not. Hang on. I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you on email. Right. I forgot to send Gidgee the link. Dead set. Rogers, you idiot. Invite. Copy. Bear with me, everyone. Sorry. I didn't send Gidgee the link. I've sent it to the special guest. I didn't send it to kjrogers1970@gmail.com. Link. Here we go. Paste. Gone. Sent. All right. Sorry about that, everyone. I forgot to send Gidgee the link. I thought I had. G'day, Ty. How are you? We've got a special guest coming on at 7 o'clock, everyone. I sent him the link. I know that for a fact. I forgot to send Gidgee the link. What an absolute diddly donk. Gidgee just rang me and said, have you sent me the link? So I was wondering why he hadn't come on. He can't come on if I haven't sent him the StreamYard link. That's how it works. You hit invite on the bottom and it's got a link. You copy it and then you just paste it to their email or whatever. And he should pop up in the bottom in a minute. And Gidgee in. Here he comes now, guys. It's amazing what happens when I send you the link, mate.
I'm sitting there thinking, oh, he's going to smash me. I couldn't find it. And
sorry,
anyway,
mate.
It wasn't there. No, it's all good.
I thought I'd sent you the link, Ken. Sorry, mate. Minor hiccup. That's what happens on this channel. Lots of diddly donk moments. And Ken, I don't know if you know or not, we've got a special guest coming on at 7 who sent me an email today. I haven't you don't know who it is, and I'm not going to tell you till he comes on. And he's got some Gidgee Gorilla gear, and he's into his exercise, and he swears by it. He said he sent me an email today, and I said, well, mate, come on the live feed tonight. And
good stuff.
And bloody just let everyone know. Mainly talking about the training shirts there, Ken. But we'll say g'day to everyone, mate, before we get on, and you can run us through the Gidgee, because you've got some new stuff, mate, some new training shirts, which are really comfy, and we'll talk about that soon. You've got one of them on there. I've got one of the the Gorilla Polos on, and it's all about just, you know what it's like, guys. People are looking around for Christmas presents at the moment, so you got to keep, when you're trying to sell stuff, it's not merch, Ken. You don't have it's your clothing brand, mate. It's your clothing brand, and we find that you got to keep promoting stuff. And if you're in business, if you stop promoting and stop putting the name out there, things slow down, Ken. And you have a big rush on things, and then
I was going to go to the markets, and I haven't done that yet because like flat out with work, and it's just like, do I want to waste but my whole Sunday? So I'm just sort of in idle at the moment, and I'm still in two minds as whether to keep it going. But I get the new merch, and I think it's bloody good gear, and I'm not just saying that. I wear the stuff all the time. It's the same stuff as the Townsville Chiefs, and it's good gear. It really is.
And the good thing is, and we'll talk about it soon, mate, is it's available in big sizes for the big fellas. So a lot of big men have trouble, and we'll talk about that soon anyway. Joshy Hatch is on. Jack Turtle, as I said. Wicksy, g'day, mate. How are you? Hope you're all well. David Keys. Marky Lavelle's on. He's up me because I haven't watched Mary Poppins yet, Ken. He reckons I've got to get in and watch Mary Poppins.
What movie?
Yeah, the movie. Mary Poppins, as if you saw in Allara there, across from one of the cafes, there was a little cottage across there, and the author of Mary Poppins, I forget her name now, the author of Mary Poppins used to live in Allara in that very little house.
I read that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and someone was just saying, I think it was, I forget who it was, someone said that she also lived in Maryborough, which is quite a possibility. It's not too far from Allara, it's a bit up the road there. So, yeah, so the author of Mary Poppins lived in Allara, where we had the recent Legends for Charity camp, guys. Geez, that was a good little town. That was a good little town, mate, eh? Allara? I was really impressed with that little town, mate.
Yeah, I'm going to be going out there not very soon, after Christmas, because I was loving my weekends out there, even for a Saturday night, stay at the railway hotel or up the road at their other hotel. And it's just a good $70 a night for a room. Bloody brilliant. 31 bucks for a 400 gram rump and salad and chips. You can't go wrong. Great locals. It's really good.
Yeah, that pub, we had lunch there. Well, you were with us, one. It was you, me, and
calamari and stuff. Bloody brilliant.
Absolutely beautiful. Mike Blakely's on. G'day, Mike, over in Colorado. Andy Riches was on up in the UK. Andy's at work at the moment, so Andy might be popping on and off in between, not getting caught by his boss. They'll go on. Andy, what are you doing? Watching that bloody diddly donk down under again. Hope you're well, Mike.
Brad Howell, Allara Butchery.
Oh, yeah.
Bloody brilliant.
Yeah, it was fantastic, Brad.
And a good bunch of lads too, lads and girls. Like really great shop. And that's typical of most butcher shops. Dead sad.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Butchers are just generally a bunch of good dudes, like good dudes and chicks, mostly dudes, but they're a good breed, eh?
Well, there's the Midway Butchers out at South Innisfail, sorry. Great butcher shop. A lot of girls working in there. A lot of the men are the butchers and that, but the girls are serving and serve all the meat up. Beautiful arrangement of meats. But you know what? I always knock Australia how we've lost the ability to do things. I tell you what, mate, if there's two things we can still do really well, it's bakeries and butcher shops.
Yeah.
And pubs, three.
I'll tell you what, the bakeries down here, I don't know about the rest of Australia, majority are Vietnamese. And they know their stuff. They are brilliant.
Well, funny you should say that, Ken. Mate of ours, Flash, who's no longer with us, Flash Ken, when Flash was living in Melbourne, he said to me, I always go to the Vietnamese bakeries, mate. He said they have got the best breads and all that type of stuff. And he said, you know where they learnt where going back a long time, the French, when the French were in Vietnam, they learnt to bake off the French. going back before the French were kicked out of Vietnam in the 1950s or
I
whatever.
go to a French cafe every morning to get me coffee, and he is the nicest lad you'd ever meet. Just bloody brilliant. You know what I mean? I look forward to getting up, and Cafe Inn it's called, and I just look forward to going there every morning. It's brilliant.
Great, Ray. Had a good chat with Jace today, mate. Jace gave me a ring, and we had a good chat for about 20 minutes. It was fantastic. Speaking of butchers, Ken, I did a film clip the other day, the birria tacos, which I didn't mind. I'll do them again. If I do it again, that broth base was very strong. I'll probably use half a jar next time. It is quite a strong flavour. The guys out at Northern Small Goods at a little town called South Johnston, and when you come up, mate, we've got to go out and have a look at their Black Angus rib fillets. My God. They are next level steaks, $50 a kilo, but some of the nicest steak I've ever had. But once again, mate, you go in there, great service and all that, and they sell barbecue mafia rubs and spices and all that, which is Pete from WA Camping Adventures Ken's in with barbecue mafia. They give Pete a lot of spices and all that for his channel. So anyway, I got that birria taco broth base, which is barbecue mafia. Anyway, I got that online through Barbecue Mafia, who are in Brisbane, Ken, I believe. Barbecue Mafia. Have to keep your eye out there. Anyway, I actually rang up the South Johnston butcher and said, mate, I saw the other day you had all the Barbecue Mafia rubs and spices and that, you know, up on your bench and all that, along with the barbecue sauces and all, you know, all the stuff that butchers do. And I said, have you got the birria taco? He didn't really know what I was talking about. Anyway, he said, mate, I'll ring up my supplier. I'll get back to you in 10 minutes. Well, he did. He rang me back. He said, mate, I can get it. It won't be till next year when we get a new shipment of, you know, like when we restock our stuff. But he said, I'll get half a dozen jars of the birria taco broth base in from Barbecue Mafia. So, you know, got on to me, rang me back, said, yeah, mate, we'll get it in next year for you. So I don't have to order it and pay freight and cartage.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. I've had this tickly cough for a couple of days now. If I've got to run off and get some water, Ken.
All right. Or beer. You're not having a beer?
I've only got zeros out in the back fridge. I'm trying to stay off the piss till around Christmas, mate. I'm trying to just have a break from it.
It's technically around Christmas.
Actually, it is around Christmas. It's December.
It is,
I should get some beers. No, I'm just trying to ease off a bit before Christmas so I can go hard at Christmas time.
Yeah, well, some of us sort of have a bit of a, you know, like during the week you don't drink. So on the weekends you got something to look forward to. But when you're not working at all ever, I suppose you got to.
Yeah, well, you got to be careful, mate. Yeah. So you can get into the habit when you're not working. Every day's a weekend for me, so I just got to be careful. Phil Webber's on over the ditch. G'day, Phil. How are you? G'day.
Philip. Yeah.
Timmy O'Hara's on. G'day, Timmy. Down there in Tim. What's Tim saying here? Gidgee, we have to try and find a Vietnamese bakery up here in the Ville next time you're up.
Yeah, well, I'll be up in 2 weeks, Timbo, so let's do it.
Yeah, that'll be good. So Gidgee's coming up. Will you be in Innisfail for the 20th, Ken, for the live feed?
Oh, I'm trying to. I'm leaving shit to the last minute, but I'm planning, stopping in at the alley, seeing Mick, you know what I mean? Like, and then getting up there, so.
Margie Lavelle reckons it's disgraceful that I haven't got a beer in my hand on a Friday night. I know, Mark, but...
It is shit. Yeah. It is shit. Roz is off green there with a shotgun, pointed straight at your head.
Get a beer into you. Yeah, I should get a filthy old bush chook into me, Mr. Bullet. Should have got a 6-pack of the old bush chooks, the emu exports.
See you after. See you, mate.
Nick Taylor saying drop in for a beer. Uppercut, yeah, exactly right. Rightio. So we've got a special guest.
India all out 180.
Oh, that's right. It's the test match, the day-night test match. I don't know. Batting's not real good anymore, is it? Like, remember the days where you get 500 in an innings? It used to be a bit boring then, I guess, when, one team would get 530 and then the other team would get 600 and then it'd just end up in a draw. I used to hate those test matches back in the 70s when they ended up in a draw. One good thing, I guess, about test matches these days, and I don't know what it is, there's usually a result, Ken. Not often you get a draw anymore. There's usually a result. I used to hate back in the day when
Jeff tickets for day 4 and it's all over in day 3. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and that does happen too. But Jeff Boycott from England opening bats, and he'd sit there and bat for 3 days, just 3 days, and get a double.
Like Mark Taylor, 334. Then he retires.
Yeah.
So, you don't get that in 2 innings.
No, you don't see that much anymore. But a lot of people, you know why? I think the short over cricket, the 50 overs and the 20 overs, I think has become so big now. Batsmen are going out and trying to play their shots. I think they've forgotten how to settle in and really settle into a test innings now and take their time.
There's not many of them, but especially if they're in the 20, 50s and the tests, it's very hard to change. Yeah. I would think you got to be good at one or the other. I reckon.
Used to be back in the day, you'd be a specialist test batsman, and you wouldn't see the test batsman appear in the. A lot of them wouldn't bat in the 50 over matches. They were just specialist test batsmen, but now they just all intermingling, and I think the short over cricket is making them all play their shots a lot more, and they're not settling in and trying to get those big double tons and that anymore. It's they get a quick 100 and they go out, and I think it's more exciting test match when. Yeah,
but it's good to see someone get a double ton too.
Yeah. Yeah, Richard Hadley, what a fantastic bowler. Phil Webber, Richard Hadley was one of the best, wasn't he? He was he was up there with the all-time great fast bowlers. I was watching some stuff on YouTube the other day, Ken. Curtly Ambrose getting 7 for 1 against Australia. How good was he? Curtly Ambrose for the West Indies. Michael Hull, man, remember the Windies back in the early 80s? They were unbelievable.
Malcolm Marshall. Out there touring just saying, and he did, Mark Taylor retired at 334, in respect to Bradman, but then I think from memory, Matty Hayden went on and got 380. Yeah,
Matt Hayden, and then someone else has gone on and done it. But
Lara went and got 400. So
we're speaking of great West Indians, Brian Lara. But Mark Taylor, what an absolute! How good was that? He didn't want to outdo the Don, so he retired.
He retired at 334.
Yeah, so he didn't. Yeah, absolutely. He's a real gentleman, Mark Taylor. He was never any controversy. He was one of Australia's best captains too, professional. And I'll tell you what, he's a good commentator too, Ken. Mark Taylor, he's a very, very good commentator.
Brilliant. Yeah. Like Timbo said, we don't have a good opening batsman anymore. Like said, I think those days have passed, really. We all used to play cricket as kids, before school, at lunch, you know what I mean, on the weekends. I don't know. I'm sure some kids still do, but most of them just play frigging video games now.
Yeah, we used to love our cricket, Ken. Remember we used to put the spotlights out the window down the side of the house. We had a high-set Queenslander, the old police house. Put the spotlights out, mow the pitch really short, tape the stumps up in white insulation tape so they stood out at night, and then tape a tennis ball up with white insulation tape, and you'd tape it a little bit heavier on one side so you could swing it. And we used to have kids from everywhere coming around playing day-night cricket. It was just almost like a religion. But that was back in the 80s, mate, when 50 over stuff was really, really popular. That was when...
I don't think they liked it that both the Rogers boys could whip them down.
Yes, someone here, that used to be, or were both left-handed bowlers. I was more of a medium swing bowler. You were just flat out friggin' scary fast in your day, erratic. When you're facing Gidgee, everyone, he was bloody quick, but he was a bit like Jeff Thompson. You didn't know where they were going to go. You didn't know if they were going at the stumps for your head, 3 foot over your head, 8 foot that way. He just let them go and hope for the best. You were bloody quick in your day, I'll tell you now.
I used to go to the Queensland trials and all of that. And I think it was just the a little bit erratic that didn't get me into the Queensland team, but I was definitely quicker than most of them.
Yeah, I remember one of your coaches said, "You're not far off Malcolm Marshall."
Yeah, right. Russell Organ. He said, that was when I was at primary school. He said, you were probably less than a yard slower than Malcolm Marshall.
Probably, yeah. You were quick, mate. It was all right with a tennis ball, with the insulation tape ball. If that hit you, you're in trouble because we didn't wear boxes or pads or anything. Yeah. But every now and then we'd bring out the 6-stitcher and I'd go, righto, give me one of your best. And I'd have no pads, no box, no helmet. And you'd let one whiz down with a 6-stitcher and it was friggin' scary, let me tell you. Oh, mate. Yeah, they were good days, Ken. I used to tape the ball up with white insulation tape and you have to I just loved how if you taped it a bit heavier on one side, you could get a real good swing with the ball. It was good fun. Where the spotlight's out and kids, we played till 9 o'clock at night. And then mum goes, you kids need to bloody go home at school tomorrow. And, good old days, mate, before computers and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Richie Benno, yeah. I saw funny, we should be talking about cricket. I saw a wonderful photo today on Facebook. And it had Richie Benno, Tony Gregg, Bill Laurie, and Ian Chappell, the 4 original Channel 9 commentators that we all remember. How good were they, mate? And then Mark Taylor came along, and he was a great contributor. Mate, those 4, I used to love Bill. Tony Gregg, great, doing his pitch report and putting the key in the pitch. We miss all that stuff now. Like they were, and Richie Benno, mate, no one will ever fill his shoes as far as a cricket commentator goes. He was the best.
Without a doubt. Yeah.
And when Richie commentated, when Shane Warne was bowling, Richie knew what was going on out there. And he'd go, this is what Warne's trying to do. And sure enough, Warney would have a plan and it'd come off. And Richie just, I used to love listening to Richie commentate about Warney. And I actually shook Warney's hand once, mate, in the sergeant's mess over at the SAS regiment when the cricket team came over to the SAS.
Really? Wow.
They came to the sergeant's mess, and the SAS boys took them down, did some stuff with them, and Glenn McGrath got they were all shooting the machine guns and all that, and they came up to the sergeant's mess afterwards, and they were a bit standoffish. Warney walked around, shook everyone's hand, mate. He was a bloody top bloke, Warney.
I got to meet Darren Lehman, Ryan Harris, a few of the boys after Phil Hughes died. I was at the Storybridge Hotel, actually, and they were all there, like literally just after he was killed. And I got the girl to shout him all a drink, and Darren Lehman goes, oh, who was that? And she pointed at me, and he said, oh, come over, mate. So come over, and I just said, oh, me and my brother are just cricket all our lives, mate. And I said, I just condolences, blah, blah, blah. And he shook my hand, and you know what I mean? I left them on their own, but they were all pretty sad, but it was pretty cool, 63. I was going to get 63 bloody tattooed. I still might one day in honor of Phil Hughes.
That was sad, mate. Got hit in the wrong spot, eh? And we went through on our trip last year, Maxville, little town in New South Wales. I think, where's Maxville near? Brad, where's Maxville near? We went through Maxville, and that's where Phil Hughes was from a little place called Maxville. And that's not far from the pub with no beer when we did that film clip, the pub with no beer. Darren Lehman, great bloke. Yeah, no, that was a sad day with Phil Hughes, mate. Absolutely.
Rick Hayes, about 10 years ago, I knew him, Matt knew him well, Gidgee. Lived just a few houses down. Shit, south of Coffs Harbour. Well, there you go.
Knew Phil Hughes. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a sad day in cricket, that one. It really was.
It was shit. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what country it was. It would be shit. But yeah.
I'll tell you who's a good commentator. She's a ex-Pommy cricketer, but she's Indian. She looks Indian, but she's got a Pommy accent. That Issa Gura or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Very, very good commentator. I saw a thing the other day where she was doing a tribute to Warnie not long after he passed away. I tell you what, all the commentary team were in tears and that because Warnie was a co-commentator with them all.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You know, it was sad to see, mate. And they all had so much respect for Warnie.
Lorna McMillan drinking from a Gidgee cooler. Well done, Lorna.
Speaking of Gidgee coolers, I should go out and get a 0, shouldn't I?
Yeah, go and get a 0.
I'll go and get a 0. Can you entertain everyone? Because in 8 minutes, we've got a special guest come on. And then eat a big fat one, Gidgee says. I love that saying. When someone pisses you, just go eat a big fat one, mate. So that's why we got that cooler made up. Oh, we should have had it on. Ken sent me a film clip yesterday, I think it was, guys, of we always have a joke. Gidgee always gets caught between toilets and has a lot of close moments. He sent me a photo of this monkey, and the monkey's coming down the stairs, and then you just see the shit pains must have hit him, and he's just gone, uh-oh, and he's turned around, and he's just run off, and the caption was, he's been caught between toilets or something like that. He would have beat Usain Bolt, that monkey. He was hightailing it, mate. He was under it. It was one of the funniest clips I've ever seen. It really is.
Go and get a beer, dickhead.
Okay, entertain everyone for 2 minutes.
I was just saying to Paul today, surely everyone's got shit stories, but obviously the Rogerses are the only ones that talk about them because that just has inhibited our lives, like shit stories. Or we had the other day, I woke up, this week it was, a mate of mine, Paul White, died from cancer. He was 60, well, he was born in 61, so he was 9 years older than me. And the issues he had with the Bali belly over in Thailand, just non-stop laughter for a month. We went to Thailand and Hong Kong, and just the stories, absolutely funny. So I'm pretty sure that there's only a few of us that talk about them, but I'm sure we all have them. But anyway, it is what it is. Landy Smurf, once when camping, I had to burn my pants. I should not have trusted that fart. Lessons were learnt the hard way. Nomadic Yari, Chris, mine is party till you poo. But I'll save that story. Oh dear. Jack Turtle, sorry to hear that, Gidgee. No, mate, they're all classics. How many slabs of Heineken 0 has he got, Gidgee? They seem to be lasting a while. Yeah, I don't know, Rick. Like, I've never known this soft cock to drink 0s.
That's only because they were given to me.
Oh, yeah,
and it's taken me like two months to drink them. There it is there.
Actually, I've had Heineken 0s down at the Ambassador Hotel in Redcliffe watching the Cowboys one night, and they were pretty good. You actually felt like you were having a beer.
Yeah, look, you know, if you're going out and you're driving and you want to sit around and feel like you're having a beer with the boys or whatever, I guess, you know, they have their place, especially if you're driving, everyone. But like, it's not the most flavoursome beer in the world.
I got a funny story. My tattooist that's been doing all my recent work, all of this bright stuff, he Elliot Ross, he went off the piss for 12 months, and he said him and his wife went to a party, and he went and got 4 6-packs of different 0 alcohol beers, and he said he's like 2 hours into the party, and his wife goes, Look at you fucking pig. He said, I drank 18 beers in 2 hours. He said, just the old mind clicked back in. And he said, I was just pounding them. Thinking they were alcoholic.
Still sober as a judge. Yeah, look, it's not the most, but it's okay. It's better than VB. It's better than. Hey, Ken, we got someone. We're going to start talking about the Gidgee Gorilla stuff now, mate. But we're going to bring our special guest in because
let me have a quick piss. Is he coming on at 7?
Yeah, he'll be on in 4 minutes.
Roger. I need about a minute.
Righto. No worries. Oliver family's on. G'day, everyone. I'll bring him in a minute. I can see you in the chat room, mate, in the waiting room. It's like a doctor's surgery. Actually, I went and got me stitches out of my foot today, guys. So I had a skin cancer in the top of my foot. Let's see if I can show you. Oh, I forgot I got a thing on there. Yeah, so I had the 7 stitches out today. It was a SCC, squamous cell carcinoma. So it goes BC, so it goes solar keratosis, which are the scaly ones you get. Then a BC, when they turn into lumps and start sprouting roots and shit, you can get BCCs, basal cell carcinomas, squamous cell carcinomas, the next one up, and then melanomas. They're the ones you don't want. They can kill you. So, yeah, the one in the top of my foot today was a squamous cell. So I've got to be very, very careful. And you know what that is? Walking around in thongs, fishing in bare feet in the boat and the sun whacking into the top of my feet. And, yeah, the whole top of my feet are all scaly. And that one of them turned bad and developed into a lump and had to get it cut out. And it's a shocking place to have stitches, let me tell you. You have trouble wearing shoes, everything. Your thongs rub on the stitches. Well, if you want to wear thongs, and it's just a pain in the backside. It really.
Oh, sorry. I should have bought my violin back by the sounds of it.
Doctor will see you now, Mr. Rogers. Exactly. Hey, Ken, we got a special guest coming in now. Most of you people in the chat room know him, and he sent me an email today and said he loves the Gidgee gear. Especially the training stuff. And he's into his PT and all that. And we had a few beers with him around the campfire one night down at Goombra, mate. So here he comes now. Wicksy, how are you, mate?
Hey!
G'day, everyone. How you going?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. Thanks for joining us tonight. Thanks for that email today, mate. That was, yeah.
Yeah, no dramas at all.
Off him too. I've got him ready to go, mate.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anyway, we'll get into it, guys. We've jibber-jabbered for half an hour. Wixie's on there now. So, as everyone knows, Ken started off and just wanted to trial a clothing brand called Gidgee Gorilla. And if you follow the channel and all that, well, Ken's got some new you always wanted to get training shirts. And as you know, Ken, you've got the fishing shirts, which you can see there, the orange one, the yellow one. The fishing shirts really stand out in the crowd. Fantastic. All got a men's mental health thing meaning behind them. We've got the polo shirts, and we've got some great colours there. You've got the Gorilla polo shirt, and you've got the plain polos. The plain polos look really smart when you go out. Wixie's got one on there at the moment. What's that, the black one, is it, mate? Just a plain black?
Yeah. Yeah, I like the black polo, mate, with the collar.
Yeah. The plain ones look quite smart when you go out for, if you want to go out the pub for a countery or something like that. They've got a collar.
Absolutely.
You can wear them with a set of jeans and all that type of stuff. The big one with the Gorilla, they stand out in the crowd for sure. Yeah. Fishing shirts are great, but Ken, you always wanted to. You got into your fitness there before you started your new job, and you're still trying to keep it up. I know that, and you always wanted to get your own training shirts, just something that's nice and comfortable. So if you want to go for a walk, just wear them around the house. They look quite smart, and they're great for going out and doing your PT and all that type of stuff, mate. So, yeah, I'll hand over to you. Rafa wants to get out the door and give everyone a chat about the new range. I'm sure everyone knows about the fishing shirts and the polos. And tell us a bit about your training shirts, mate.
Yeah, so basically these ones here are the first sort of style. And they're basically, there's 4 different color combinations. There's a royal blue, which I've got on, a sky blue for the New South Welshmen. There's a white one, white, black, and red, and a grey one. And they're all designed for just shit you can throw on to go for a walk or go out shopping or whatever. They're quite breathable. They dry off really quick. You know what I mean? You go down the beach, throw them on, they dry within 5 minutes, you know, so you can get back in your car. And I just wanted something that's sort of, you know, just different, you know, like the ones with the gorilla and all of that. Not a lot of people have sort of given feedback, but the ones that have, a lot of comments on them, you know, they're just something different. And I get a lot of comments on these down the Redcliffe markets going, oh, mate, what's Gidgee Gorilla about? And I sort of explain it. So I need to start at the markets. But it's not so much about that. It's being a big dude. I've been a big dude all my life. Just for reference, back in Warwick, when was that, Paul? Back in the 70s?
Yeah, 77 to 80 we're in Warwick.
Yeah, we moved to Warwick. I started at school there, and the first area carnival, sports carnival, I beat the area shot put record by 2 meters on my first throw. And so what I'm getting at is I've always been a big dude. You know what I mean? It's
not 2 centimeters, 2 meters.
2 meters, yeah. And they're like, check your birth certificate, all that shit. Being a bigger dude, and my son's a bigger dude, you know, he's 125 odd kilos. I'm 6'2", you know, like 140 odd or 130 something kilos. It's hard getting shit. And I used to be 8XL. I used to wear 7 and 8XL stuff. I'm into 5s now. But there's guys out there, Davey Hines, and he's lost a shitload of weight, and he's working down the sizes, you know what I mean? But there's guys out there. I was in a store, big and tall menswear in Brisbane there only a few years ago, and a young lad walked in. He was 13XL. He said, what 13XL shirts have you got? And they went, oh, we got this stuff over here. And he said, I'll just buy everything. And I know mentally what people are going through, like bigger lads and girls are going through being a bigger person. You know what I mean? You don't sit there and think, oh, I want to be big. You know, it's a hard thing. It's a hard gig, and people beat you down all the time. And, you know, Wicksy, you've lost a shit ton of weight. You know what I mean? And it's, you get back into these sizes, but we still got to think about the people that are still up at the 7, 8, 9, 10, up to 15XLs that mentally are having to deal with all the shit that society puts on them. You know what I mean? No one gets up being a 10, 15XL feeling proud of themselves. Well, I wouldn't think so. I can say from being a big dude, you know, I was 160 kilos before I started in early beach ball. And I can tell you every day I wake up embarrassed and ashamed of myself. I shit you not. And you know what I mean? So, but for a lad that's 12, or 9, 10, it doesn't matter, XL, to be able to buy a decent shirt, to be actually able to buy a shirt is a massive thing. You know what I mean? It's all about up here. It's all about mental health. And there's a lot of cruel humans in this world. And, I know myself, a lot of people don't say it to your face, but in the background, it's like, oh, you know, blah, blah, blah. So the whole idea of this was to find someone that could make shirts up to friggin' 20XL if you need, and you not be judged. You know what I mean? And you not have to pay $300 a friggin' shirt. Hence, why Gidgee Gorilla was born.
That's right. You've always struggled getting clothes. And even as a kid, mate, even as a kid, mum struggled getting clothes to fit you in school uniforms and all that type of stuff. We'll use Davey Hines as an example. Dave loves the Gidgee Gorilla gear, mate. And we think 9XL. Dave's a big lad. But he got down there. He was way bigger than that. And he said, don't worry, Gidgee. He said, I'm working my way down the sizes. And you know what? You start buying shirts for $60 or $70 each, and then in a couple of months you lose a bit of weight and you've got to go down a size. It adds up, mate. And we'll talk about it soon, is at least the Gidgee Gorilla gear is very, very well priced. And we're talking about a guy who's lost a lot of weight, Wicksy. He's on the screen here. I didn't realise, mate, you're a new man. We saw you in Harvey Bay, and then we saw you again at Goombra, mate. A new man. And you're another one who's got on the health wagon and lost a shit ton of weight and feeling good about yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for that. Yes, for the people that don't know that story, I suppose, 2 years ago now it's been since I decided I'd probably get off on my backside and go start doing a little bit of walking and see whether I could actually lose the weight. As Gizzy said, there's some negatives that come with inside you from being overweight, and apart from what society think of you, but you always tell yourself you can't do it, and maybe you're a bit far gone is what I sort of probably thought, that I'd let myself go too far. But I was 130 kilos and decided, I'd just start doing a bit of walking, and I checked myself a week later and I'd lost a bit. So I thought, I'll just keep going. And my first recorded walk was about 3.5 Ks and I was wrecked. But within about 8 months, I'd lost 40 kilos. And just as it started to come off, I took it as a challenge to work harder to see if I could get it to come off quicker. And it was just a bit of a snowball effect of finding what worked, changed my eating habits, changed my alcohol consumption, and just started to kick it off. So ended up getting to where I wanted to, so down to 80 kilos, somewhere thereabouts. And in the meantime, getting back to the Gidgee gear, as a big guy, when you start to lose weight, you lose your size, and it can be quite quickly. So when you're stepping down through the sizes, like I was buying shirts, and then by the time I got around to wearing them, I'd almost have to throw them because they didn't fit me. So I went from 3 and 4XL, now I wear a medium shirt. Like it's just
that's is it? You're in mediums now, Wicksy?
What I wear to work is in the biz clothing's a medium. When I work out, I try and wear a large, just so it's a bit looser on me, and it just airs out a bit better than being a little bit closer fitting. So that was my journey. And when I got into training, I sort of started to develop a bit of a passion for it, I suppose. I like the feeling of the bit of the exertion that you get, and a bit of the sort of endorphins that are running through your system when you start to get right into it. So nowadays
it is.
Yeah, it is a great feeling.
We all are, Brad. We're proud. I'll tell you what, we're proud of Davey Hines too. You look at Dave now, he's still in a 9XL, guys. Mind you, they're looking a bit big on him, Ken. But, you know, once again, Dave's a big lad, but he looks smart in a 9XL. And I bet he can't go into Kmart or Target and buy a 9XL shirt in there, but he can get them for a good price from you. And
we promised him, moving forward, when he goes down to bloody 7s and below, we'll clothe him in the Gidgee shit for free. Like, he doesn't have to worry.
We said that to Dave the other day. We said,
that's awesome.
As some encouragement, we said, mate, if you lose more weight and you've got to drop down to an 8 or a 7, me and Ken will chip in and replace your shirts with the proper size. There's a bit of motivation for him to keep going the right way. So he had a health scare the other day. Hopefully he's all right. I don't think he got real good service from the hospital. But Dave, if you see this, mate, hope you're well. Hope your health's okay, mate. Keep going.
Yeah.
You're heading in the right direction. You've lost a lot of weight already, mate. And no one knows more than Dave that he's still got a bit to go. And none of us none of us
But
are
I
bloody.
reached out, you know, like to myself or, you know, Wicksy especially.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's the poster boy for weight loss. Like,
Yeah.
amazing.
Bit of positive.
When you showed us at Goombra, mate, the photo of Harvey, but you know what I mean? It's just like, holy shit, it was like amazing.
Yeah.
I've let work get in the way of going the right way. But anyway, after Christmas, I'll get back into it.
Well,
And I work in an office all day, so it is a little bit hard. But the bit of positive reinforcement that you guys are doing for Dave, that'll go a long way to help reassure him and reaffirm to him that he's doing the right thing. So just the small words every now and again is very encouraging for you.
Talking about it, Wicksy, like, as a big dude, you're like, you know, like, I never wanted to tell my brother my weight. I didn't know my weight for a long time. And when I started in Airlie Beach, you know, then it was like the reality hit. And it's like, holy shit. And then we met up in Cairns, and it was like the boys are all talking. They don't give a shit, you know. And like Nick was the same. He was about 2 kilos heavier. And then, you know what I mean? It's an embarrassing, it's a hard thing to talk about. But the more you talk about it, you know what I mean? And the more you realize that everyone's on your side, it's a good thing. You know, like,
what you've done with
everyone.
It's a good question.
What you've done, right? I sort of feel a little bit more confident in myself. I try not to project anything on anyone else because everybody's journey is different. Weight loss isn't as easy for some people as it is for others. I don't smoke, so I suppose my lungs are half decent that I could get out there and get into it. My lifestyle, I suppose, I sit down and work in an office all day, but I could structure a bit of my work around my training. So I would go for a walk, then it turned into a jog and a run of a morning, and then I'd come home of an afternoon, and then I'd go again. So I sort of started to get it up around the 17, 18 kilometres a day and try and do that.
Holy shit.
Try and do that 6 days a week. Yeah.
Well, there you go, Craig. You just answered. Holy dooly, mate. That's hardcore. That's a lot of kilometres, mate.
Yeah, I wore a $300 pair of Asics out in 7 weeks. I wore straight through the sole of them, and I've got the photos of to prove it. I went back to Asics and I said, "What's wrong with these?" And they said, "Oh, we haven't seen that before." And I said, "Oh, look at the size of me. It's not like I'm an athlete." But yeah, I just wore straight through them. Anyway, they warranted them the first time.
Wow, wait.
And,
sorry, Wicksy, you go.
Just getting back to the Gidgee clothing, I flicked a buck a email this afternoon and sort of said once I'd seen that you guys were coming down and talking about it, I'd sort of didn't want to say a great deal until I'd really put the clothing through its paces. But I found that the Gidgee Gorilla clothing range probably exceeded my expectations. Everything around a price point, you've got to keep your expectations what you think that $30 would get you and what you think it should be worth. But I've got some high-end gear that I've run in for a long time now, namely like your LSKD, your unit, your 2XU. And I would stand in front of anyone and tell them that this is as good a quality. I have run in mine every single morning for months and months and months since I've owned it. It wicks the moisture off your skin really well. It does a really good job of keeping you sort of dry underneath. And I find a lot of workout clothing, when it gets sweaty, it just sticks to you. And then as you're running, it sort of starts to rub and that on you. I feel like these ones just seems to breathe really well and sort of whip that water off you or the sweat off you.
You run in the polos,
I run in the polo so I can sort of flick it up and keep the sun off the back of my neck. As you can tell, I'm missing a bit of hair up top. So between a hat and
look a big bro, mate. Yeah, you got nothing.
I flick the collar up and try and keep the sun off me, but I definitely don't.
Roz said to me the other day, she goes, "Just shave it off, will you?" Even Roz has had a gut full of me trying to hang on to it. Well, a bit there, not a lot.
I've had these training shirts for a while, and I go up to Mount Coolum and shit, and walk up it, and obviously got to sweat up when I'm, you know. And I drive to the ginger factory, which is only like 15, 20 Ks, and I'm dry by then, absolutely dry. So it's pretty good. It is really good.
I find that my other brand stuff, so to speak, when it does dry, it goes all white from the salt and the sweat, and it sort of goes like sort of crusty. These ones don't seem to do it anywhere near. Like, I'm a bit typical rough fella. When I get home, I throw it on the air dry and rack and have a shower and go to work. So it might get used 2 or 3 times as us fellas do before it gets washed. But I literally, the shirt I flog to death. Like I can't get it to fold. Same with the shorts. Like I've got a rowing machine at home for when the weather's not perfect or a bit cold. The seat of the shorts that I was wearing, I could sort of tell the backwards and forwards motion on the seat on the rower was starting to rub the colour out of them. But I'd honestly say the shorts, everything looks as new as the day I bought it, which is probably where I was mostly surprised from. The colour hasn't wicked out of it. Like when you're continually washing them 2 or 3 couple of times a week.
Yeah.
Look, they get a lot of wash cycles out.
The stuff's all made in Pakistan, guys, if you're wondering. The bloke who makes it so it's not out of China, it's out of Pakistan. And Ken gets it at a good price, which is why he can sell it at the price he is. And Ken, you're not making a lot of profit on your stuff, mate. You're trying to keep it realistic and keep it affordable for everyone. Hey,
I'm giving stuff away, and you know what I mean? Like Jennifer G, she's bought quite a bit, and I've sent some stuff to Robbie, you know what I mean? Like it's not about me getting rich. It was all about trying to have some affordable stuff for people, you know what I mean? Like I've got a job and I'm happy with it. You know what I mean? I'm not about getting rich off that, so I'm not being greedy. People are going, oh, you could sell your fishing shirts for $50. I said, well, I don't want to. You know what I mean? Like that's not even on my radar. I'd rather sell 4 for $100. Yeah, you know what I mean, and make people happy. So that's what it's all about.
Mate, run us through your, because I can vouch. You sent me some of the training shirts. They are very comfortable. Run us through the colours. Have you got them all there behind you, Ken, so people can see because you just got a big shipment of training shirts in, mate. So this might be something people want. A nice, comfy. They're not cotton either, guys. They're
like a sublimated.
They're a sublimated thing, but they're cool. They
I'm gonna unwrap these mediums live so people can see them. So here's the medium, the grey.
Grey, green, and black.
Turquoise and black.
Turn them around, mate. What's the back look like?
On the back, Gidgee gorilla, and it's got the little gorilla on the back as well.
Nice. And the tag's got the gorilla on it, the Gidgee gorilla clothing tag, mate, which is a good touch too. Yeah, beauty.
Yeah.
Nice.
The grey and green, grey, green, and black.
Here's the white.
Yeah, I like the white one. Kind of looks quite.
I think I like this one, the blue, but I think the white is up there. Mick from Early, he said I should do a heap of the whites with, like I've got the white with the red, the black and the red. He said do it with white, black, blue, white, black, yellow, blah blah blah.
Yeah. But that looks quite smart.
They're a smart colour.
I think any shirt with white in it looks quite smart. Yeah, I like the V's at the back, just to break up that black and that. It looks good.
Yeah.
The blue one does look good. The one you've got on, Ken, is that blue, black, and yellow, isn't it? The one,
So that's this one, So that's the royal blue. So there's no use me unpackaging that.
Yeah.
With the thing, and there's the one for the dirty cockroaches
coming up, Aussie. There's no website, mate. It's just an email address straight to Ken. We'll tell you that in a minute.
Here's the sky blue one. I call it sky or New South Wales blue.
I reckon you should get our own one to match it.
Yeah, we will. We will. But that's a good looking. That's a good looking shirt too. Had heaps of good comments on wearing that one around.
Yeah. And the V's down the bottom make it look good.
Yeah. Now we've got some. I haven't got a heap of these. These were just to check it out. So this is the new style, a few new colours, but a new pattern type thing.
Yeah. That's like a soccery type of one. Yeah.
Yep. On the back.
Yeah. Yellow and black always goes good together.
So I've got them in pink, blue, yellow, and some other colour. Here's the pink one.
This one could be good for the
women. If women want to get one, here's this. I've even got a pink 6XL. I'm going to wear that around and sport it.
Well, the thing is, mate, back in my day, you wouldn't be seeing dead in pink as a bloke, but a lot of guys wear pink and that now. It's just accepted now. Yeah, no one really cares if a bloke's got a pink shirt on anymore.
And then obviously we've got the fishing shirts and the coolers, stubby coolers.
Yeah,
they eat a fat one.
Eat a big fat banana, everyone. Eat a big fat one. So you can order you got the fishing shirts, Ken. You still got stock of those, the yellow and the orange.
The yellow and the pinky orange. Yeah, I've still got.
I'll get them.
The gorilla polos, blue, black. I've got a few grey and green, but not a lot. It's just hard starting out to go like, say, that yellow polo, the yellow fishing shirt. I've got if I need to go from medium up to 5XL on X amount of colours, you need to spend $1,000 on each type.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
it's hard because you've got that many sizes. It's hard to keep stock of everything. Yeah, this is all about men's mental health, mate. You know, like just sitting down, having a beer, having a fish, clear your head from a shitty day's work.
It's just something different. Barramundi have been done to death. So I challenge anyone to find a gorilla with a fishing rod and a beer on a 30 SPF shirt. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's what it's about.
Yeah, good son, smart ones. Bloke called Ken come up to me the Perth 4-wheel drive show and he had the pink Gidgee fishing shirt on and geez, it stood out. It looked really good, you know. So anyway, what we're trying to say, guys, it's good quality gear. Wicksy can vouch for that. They're not bad. Yeah. They're as good as you'd get anywhere. Those fishing shirts, you'll pay $80 for a fishing shirt or a sun shirt in BCF. These things are 30, guys, or it even gets better if you buy 4 or more garments, $25, Ken. So if you want to buy the shorts, go on the Buckaroony Facebook site or Gidgee Gorilla. You'll see what the shorts and that look like. They're really comfortable shorts. I forget what I was saying then. Yeah, no, $80 for a fishing shirt in BCF. You can get one. You get one for $25 if you buy 4 garments. Get a couple of fishing shirts, a couple of sets of shorts, or get a fishing shirt, a polo shirt, a set of shorts, and a training shirt. $100 for 4 garments. I mean,
they're the olive short. You know what I mean?
Brad's got the green. It looks really good. The green polos look nice. The green army green polo shirts look really good. So,
and I do have some grey. I didn't think I had any grey gorilla ones, but I have. So,
there you go.
I'll cut those orders tonight.
I thought I had that copied, but I had the StreamYard thing. So I'll type it in again.
And Lee Roberts, awesome gear. I can vouch for it. Well, I need to thank Lee. Lee is the guy that come up with this Gidgee thing. He helped me out massively. And Lee's the model with the current training shirts. So thanks, mate. I appreciate it. You're a legend.
So there you go,
Good on you,
guys. There's no actual website. What you need to do, if you're interested in getting some Gidgee stuff for Christmas, they make a great, like a good, cheap. We haven't got kid sizes, Ken, unfortunately. It's just not yet. So, but anyway, KJ Rogers, Kenneth John Rogers, KJ Rogers 1970 @gmail.com. I've just highlighted send Ken an email and say, mate, I wouldn't mind this, and this. Have you got it? Ken will reply back and say, yep, can do that. No, I haven't got a blue gorilla shirt, but I can do a green or, Ken will contact you. You just say, righto, yep, I'll do that. And Ken will get back to you and say,
but
righto.
Things like shorts, if you want a large, say a size 40, if I don't have 40 black, I don't have it at the moment, but 42, there's bugger all difference. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I know. They got a nice stretchy waistband and that, which is good. If anyone wants to see the sizing charts, go onto the Mr. Buckaroonie Facebook page and look for the recent post I did. I've got the shorts, the short sizes and the shirt sizes up there. That the sizing charts are on my Facebook thing there. So get in and order a few, guys. Make a great Christmas present, Ken, isn't it? Like, grab a bloody a polo shirt, a fishing shirt, a set of shorts, and a training shirt for $100. What a great Christmas present that is for someone. Where would I find the sizing chart? On my Facebook thing, Mike. Hopefully you're
Hey, Wicksy, what are your plans for a 4-wheel drive trip in the future?
Yeah, mate, I'm keen next year. I've got 3 weeks off over Christmas, so I'm settled down at Port Macquarie for a bit of R&R with family and grandkids. So, but next year I'll be keen to get out in the ute in the rooftop tent and do plenty of camping. Yeah, that's why I missed the last live feed. I was out in the Barrington Tops. Yeah.
No, it's good. Yeah, go bigger with the shorts. You'll be sweet. The shorts have got a nice elastic waist on them, Ken, that come in, but they stretch a lot too. So,
very forgiving.
You've got to be right on the money with your shorts, or they'll either be too tight or too big. With the Gidgee shorts, you can, if you get it wrong, there's some leeway. If you get them a bit small, it stretches, and if they're a bit big, they might be a little bit bigger in the legs and that, but the waist will still come in and they're not going to fall down on you. So they're comfy as. The shorts are very, very comfortable. They're good. They're just so comfy around the house.
Balling.
Yeah.
So if you want to go for a run in them, they're a good training short as well. Yep. They come down just above the knee and that. They're very, very good. So get in, guys. Send Ken an email to kjrogers1970 @gmail.com. And
RODGERS.
Yeah, put a D in Rogers. I'll put it up again. What size are you? But 2XL, mate. And I'll tell you now, the polos are a generous size. They're a generous size. I don't know. I reckon if in doubt, guys, go a size bigger. I said, funnily, on my thing, if you're in doubt, go a size bigger because you're fatter than what you think you are. With blokes, we always tend to, I'm an XL. No, you're not. I have seen a lot of people in the Mr. Buckaroonie gear and that. They send me a photo and I think, mate, you should have gone up a size. Like, it's too tight on you. It's too tight. So the sizing charts on my Facebook.
There's been guys going, I'm a 32. Like, yeah, you're probably a 32 when you're 12. Not now.
Yeah.
Probably
Margie Lavelle, 1970 vintage as well. Good stuff. So you've got a fair bit of stock there, Ken. You've got a fair bit of stock, especially the training shirt. So
Yeah, well, look at the background. That's all the training shirts. I got tons of them. So
Yeah. No, Ken just got a big shipment of training shirts in, guys, and they are comfortable. So get in and order some for Christmas. Be great.
Yeah, they're comfy as. Feel a little, especially around the house when it's hot and muggy. You want to put something on that you don't sweat at all, just sticks to you. The shorts are awesome. They just feel like you're free balling, even if you're not. They're great to lounge around in.
no, that's good, mate. Yeah, I'll send yours first thing Monday. I'll express, so you should have them Tuesday, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, no dramas, mate.
Yeah, I don't even. As I said, mate, I'm all over the place. Like, if someone says, "What's your channel about?" Well, camping, I guess. But I just like talking about anything. I don't know. You come on tonight, we talk about encouraging blokes that are a bit big to try and get in and get on a health kick and look after your health and all that. We try and do a bit of everything on this channel. But talk about four-wheel drives and all that type of stuff. Talk about fishing. Not that I'm a good fisherman and all that. You know what it's like. I try and do a bit of everything. Something that, keep it interesting. I just think if you just stick to camping and camping only, it's getting done to death on YouTube now. You just got to broaden your horizon and try and.
Chris Bainwright said, presumably he was talking about the pink shirts. That would be awesome for National Breast Cancer Day. So
yeah, how good would that be?
Yeah, when that's coming up, maybe we can look at something like that, eh? And just one like pre-order for
pink ribbon day,
and give a bit of money to bloody whatever the breast cancer or whatever it is.
Yeah, Lee Roberts is on my Facebook page. I put some photos of Lee up, guys. Lee's a medium, 77 kilos, and the mediums fit perfect for him. And Lee's into his fitness and all that type of stuff too. And Lee's the one who came up with the Gidgee Gorilla logos, which it's a smart looking logo. And as I said, they stand out in the crowd. The plain polo shirts, look, they're a great shirt to wear out. If you want to go out for a beer at the pub or go out for a counter and that, it's got a collar. It looks smart. People look at it and go, oh, wow, Gidgee Gorilla, you know what I mean? It's just something a bit different. You see a lot of clothes. It all looks the same and that. The Gidgee stuff stands out a bit, guys. It looks really good. If you really want to stand out, wear the big gorilla. That one gets them looks. And they look pretty cool, don't they? You come
I tell you what, I wear them down to the Redcliffe markets and get a heap of comments. They go, mate, where did you get that? So, well, I can help you out there.
You've got to get your ass to the Redcliffe markets. That's what you've got to do. But trying to get enough stock to go down there, it's a lot of money.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do is build up. It's like, you know what I mean? You buy the first round of 2 weeks. I made 3,500 profit, but that all went back into stock to try and get quantities of each size, and I'm like 20% of the way there. People go, oh, have you got this? Have you got that? It's like, no, I've only got mediums to 3XL, Of the training shirts, I've got mediums to 6XL at the moment.
So if you're a big fella and you want a couple of training shirts to get in and start going for some walks, guys, go to the gym, take the dog for a walk and all that. Gidgee's got the training shirts there. So get in and get some. And you know what, Wicksy, I know it might sound funny, but if you get yourself a new set of runners and a bit of training gear, it kind of motivates you to want to go out and do some exercise, doesn't it, mate? Like, especially a nice new set of runners is a great way to start. Nice, comfortable set of runners. Get a couple of training shirts, couple of nice, comfy shorts. Start going for some walks. Take your dog for a walk. Do all that time. Join a gym. Go to the gym. Start walking along the beach or wherever you live, and you'll start feeling really good about yourself. And it's good to have this type of stuff. That you can get these training shirts, guys. They dry in 10 minutes, don't they?
Yeah.
Just get out there, get a comfy pair of shoes, and to this day, I've never stepped foot in a gym yet. So if you're a little bit self-conscious, you don't need to get out into a gym and be around other people. Just chuck the earpods on, put a podcast on that you're interested in and you enjoy, or a bit of music, and that'll keep your mind off being bored or worn out. Just keep pushing yourself and do that extra block, and once you've done that one, do the next one.
Yeah.
And if you go every second day, start going every day, or go every few days, and just keep stepping it up. And it's all about consistency. The more often you do it, and just try and move a bit more, and it'll come to you.
Mate. Watch what you're putting in your mouth, mate. Like, if you like a beer, just limit it to have a couple on the weekend or whatever, and get off the shit food. I watch a bloke on YouTube, and he said, if it comes out of a packet, it's no good for you. He said, just stick to fruit, vegetables, meat, and stuff like that. Just stick to good health. Like, watch what you put in your mouth, guys. You don't have to go out and kill yourself in the gym to lose weight. Watch what you eat, watch what you drink, and do some light exercise, and you'll see a difference. And I'll tell you what, I'm not far off cracking 100. I got on the scales the other day. I used to be 95 in the army because I was a lot fitter back then. 95 is a good weight for me. I was up bloody 104 point something. I just couldn't get down. Well, I was 101.3 in the gym the other day. So my first goal is to get back under 100. And then once I cracked 100 is to get back down to 95. And that's going to happen next year. I'll tell you now. Christmas might be a bit of a hurdle, as it always is, guys. But no, it's all right.
Taylor, get yourself an e-bike and go for a ride. They turn the hills into flat. You idiot.
Diddly donk, Taylor. Yeah. Those electric mountain bikes and that, geez, they look good. It'd be good to, if you could have one of those on the back of your caravan or whatever, and you get to a town and you want to go and explore the town, those electric mountain bikes are what a way to do that, mate. Like, they got a good range on them. That's a really good way to go exploring, is those electric mountain bikes. But they're not cheap either to get one of those things.
Cover a lot of ground quickly on them.
Yeah, I know. You see people, they just hardly pedaling, and they can sit on nearly 60k an hour, keep up the traffic flow on that, which is a lot safer as well. Yeah,
Marky Lavelle, when you're at 6'4", it's hard to get under 100. Well,
absolutely.
When you're 6'2",
unless you're built like a greyhound, mate. Marky, you're a big man, mate, but you know what I mean. Your size, mate, 100, a bit over 100 kilos, probably fine for you, mate. But if you're 5'7", it's not. So, yeah, I mean, none of us are bloody built like whippets and greyhounds and that. But you feel better about yourself when you lose a bit of weight, don't you? I know if you're carrying
100%.
Kilos, you feel shit about yourself. You really do. So what we're saying, get some Gidgee gear, guys. Get some Gidgee gear to go fishing, outdoor type stuff, bit of sun protection. Those long sleeve shirts are fantastic. The shorts are comfy, really, really comfortable. The polo shirts look good. You can wear the plain, without the gorilla, or even with a gorilla. Wear them out for a countery at night. And now that the training stuff's in, get yourself a couple of sets of shorts, a couple of training shirts, and get into your fitness. That can be your New Year's resolution for after Christmas, eh? So I'll put that up again, Ken.
Yeah. Or if there's anything else you want, anything, if you're a 22XL or whatever, just inbox me and I'll sort it out. Easy.
If Ken can't get it this year for you, he might be able to put another order in early next year, guys. So, but yeah, send Ken an email and say, hey, Ken, have you got, I'm looking at getting a 2XL in this, a 2XL in that, a size 44 set of shorts in grey and a blue training shirt in 2XL, and just let him know what you want. Ken will get back to you and go, yep, can do that, and that, or no, I haven't got a blue one, but I've got a white one or whatever, and he'll let you know. And obviously, 4 garments or above for $100, $30 if you go below that, plus postage, Ken. You express post everything out in express, so it'll be plus your express bag.
Normally $15 or $20. I mean, like Jen the other day, yesterday I sent 8 items. She paid $20, but it was about $25 for an XL bag.
Yeah.
So like 15, 20 bucks. If you want it express posted, it may be a little bit cheaper, but you know.
Four garments will get in a medium bag, I'm pretty sure, Ken.
Yeah.
Four
Which is about
garments.
$19 something.
What is it? About 18.
$19.40.
Yeah, yeah. If you order 20 items or whatever, it's gonna.
If you order 4, you'll probably get a bloody stubby cooler anyway. So
yeah. Get a couple of stubby coolers. They're only $5 each, Ken. So order a couple of stubby coolers.
Yeah.
You know, get a black and a blue one. He's got black and blue stubby coolers, which will be good. Lee saying, I agree with consistency. A long time ago, I did Jenny Craig, and the exercise routine was walking. Each night, double what you did the day before, set a limit, and put it on repeat. It works well. Good on you, Lee. Well said.
100%.
Yeah,
Good on you, Lee.
Mate of mine did Jenny Craig, and it worked for him too. And what's that all about? What you put in your mouth. Eating healthy food, guys. That's where it starts. Don't put shit food in your mouth. Packets of chips and dim sims and Chico rolls and all that. We all know what we're not supposed to eat. Stick to your healthy food. And I know it's hard, eh? It's not, like losing weight is not easy. It's one of the bloody hardest things to do. And as you get older, it gets harder. Let me tell you. As you get older and over 50, it is hard. And Chrissy Anderson saying there before, you know, as you get over 50, it's you start putting a bit of weight on. It's hard to get it off, but it can happen. You just got to be careful.
It can happen. As I said, I went down to Early Beach earlier this year, and it was hard with Shannon and Mick and Belly, but you know, 20 kilos in 2 months, you can do it. I didn't think I could do it anymore, but Shannon proved that you can do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah. No, you're looking good there, Ken. But you know, and once you lose a bit of weight, you just got to be careful you don't go back onto the same old wagon and whack it all back on again. So yeah. Anyway,
About creating good habits, yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
no, it's good. Hey, don't forget tomorrow night, guys. I'll wrap it up soon. Tomorrow night's going to be a really good one. We've got Brad Howell is on tomorrow night, and this one's going to be all about preparing your vehicle for a big trip, what you've got to look for your vehicle and your caravan. Hopefully Tofty can make it on as well to talk us through caravans. But tomorrow night, if you've got a question about your vehicle, what to look for, I've got problems with this or whatever, how to maintain your vehicle, what to do at home by yourself, what to get your mechanic to do on your thing, what to look for before you're going on a big trip, what to get your mechanic to double check before you go on your big trip, and your caravan, your camper trailer and all that. We're going to tap into Brad's 40 years of mechanical knowledge tomorrow. Tofty's a wealth of knowledge when it comes to caravans. Tofty's with Zone RV, as you know. So tomorrow night, I think that one starts at 6 o'clock Queensland time. Come on, we've got 2 special guests tomorrow night, and we're going to tap into their wealth of knowledge, and we'll all learn something from that. I'm sure we will. If you've got a question of Brad, a mechanical question, run it by him. It's going to be good. And then on the 16th, I think it is, Pete and Cam are going to be on. And then on the 20th, we've got, hopefully me and Gidgee will be up by then, and we got our Christmas giveaway, and we've got some really, really good prizes to give away on the night of the 20th. We got Jan from Shady Gears come on board. Crazy Dog's going to get back to me with some prizes. What else we got? The top end camp gear, the beautiful folding out barbecue plate. We're going to have probably some Gidgee Gorilla gear, Ken, to give away.
Oh, man, yeah.
And maybe a couple of super cheap auto gift cards as well.
Just on the nothing to do with that. This afternoon, I got a phone call, and it was from Ford. And I said, what? There was a bloke from Melbourne going, welcome to the Ford Ranger family. You know, like, congratulations on your purchase of a Raptor, blah, blah, blah. And then he was just telling me about all this stuff. And he said, are you happy? And he asked all this stuff. And basically said, as a Ranger owner, if you've got any issues at all, whether it be towing, safety, it doesn't matter. He said, as a Ford Ranger owner, you have access to experts, Ford experts, 30 minutes, no limit to how many times you talk to them, to talk about, like tech experts, to talk about any issues you've got.
Yeah.
And I thought, holy shit, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Hey,
Yeah.
I've been watching a thing on the BYD Shark, which is like a hybrid ute. I'll tell you what, besides off-road capability, these new electric hybrid things and that, I'll tell you what, they got some good functions on there. The Shark, I wouldn't have one for off-road, but I think the Ranger and that had shit all over it. But boy, some of these new electric vehicles, couldn't believe how many Teslas were over in Perth. Hundreds of them. Absolutely unbelievable.
Well, they're pretty cool, but as I said, I took mine out west last week out to Nanango, and on the dirt roads, and they're not stupid rough, but reasonably rough, and that felt like you're driving on the highway. So I can see where all the money comes from for the suspension and shit.
Yeah. No, the Raptors are a good vehicle, mate. Very, very nice. And I'll tell you what, they got some get up and go. And hopefully we can do some filming when you come up. We'll get you and Nutty out with your Raptor, and we'll get the BT out, and we'll go through some recovery and that, because you and Nutty's never done four-wheel driving. So I want to
and on that, I did last week, I did a full towing course on the Tuesday, like a 147 recognised course. And then I did a four-wheel drive course out at Esk on the Wednesday, and I just got my certificates to say I've completed them both, all of the, all the theory and that as well. I tell you what, the BT50 that I've got, my NBN one, very capable. Like, we didn't just drive around a paddock, we did some pretty full-on shit. The BT50, very capable four-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Very impressed.
I'll tell you what, I like the look of the new Prado 250 as well. Ty said, have you set up the R mode on there yet, Gidge? I don't know.
No, I haven't. No. I have to suss out your videos, mate. I haven't done that.
Is that Raptor mode? Is that like
that? Well, it's your favourite mode for whatever you want to do, but I haven't done that.
Oh, okay.
I had to ring my son the other day and say, how the fuck do you turn off this auto stop function? And he said, it's down in the center console, Dad. So, and Ford rang me today. They said, there's been a software issue with, like, when you're driving, within 15 minutes, it goes, fatigue. Burp, 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 burp.
Yeah.
Fatigue, blah, blah, blah. So Ford have got a software upgrade that once I do my first service, it will get upgraded, and that will go away. But they said, the guy today said, you can take it in and we'll upgrade the software straight away, so you don't get that. And it's annoying as fuck.
Roz's Mazda CX-5 does that. You go to Cairns, you'd be driving for 20 minutes and it goes, bing, bing, driver fatigue. It's like, mate, tell me after 2 hours you can give me a reminder, not after 20 minutes. Come on. But
anyway, I'll have to suss out some more videos, mate, to work out how to do it.
Yeah, no, that'll be good. But anyway, guys, I watched the pilot, not of the interview that Pete did with me when I was over in West Aussie, the 3-hour podcast. And I'll tell you what, I was really, really happy with it. I think a lot of people will find it interesting. I got some good stories in there, a lot of different stuff. Army, police, corrections stories and all that type of stuff. And then we get into the YouTube and camping and that type of stuff. Pete's a great interviewer. That's out on the 13th, guys. So make sure you go and see the podcast with Pete from WA Camping Adventures. And it's on his channel, WA Camping Adventures, Every Man's Podcast. And that comes out on the 13th. Pete sent me the link. I've watched it and I was very, very happy with how it went. I think you'll enjoy it.
Nick Taylor just said R for refuel every survey. That's probably right too.
Yeah, it depends how you drive. If you drive it like an idiot, I'd hate to think how much if you tow a 2.5 ton caravan with a Raptor, what the fuel consumption would be like. Brad's quite happy with the fuel consumption on his Ram. towing the Zone RV. It's up around the 20, and that Brad seems to be happy with that. But
yeah,
I
I've
get
got a shorts video on my YouTube channel on how to set up the R mode, which I know, so I'm going to have to watch that again probably tonight.
Yep. Well, there you go. Anyway, guys, Wicksy, thanks for joining us tonight, mate.
Thanks,
Ken,
mate. Legend.
No drama.
Get on there, guys. If you want some good Christmas
Thanks for having me
presents,
on.
if you want to get if your wife likes exercise and going for walks and that, get a couple of pink training shirts. She'll love you for it. Ken's got mediums and large. So if your wife's a medium or large size, Ken's got the pink ones there. See you tomorrow night, everyone. It's going to be a great chat tomorrow night with Brad and Tofty. We're going to tap into their knowledge. I can't wait tomorrow. So
have your weirdest, shittest questions ready for Brad.
good stuff. Anyway, Wicksy, thanks a lot,
Love you,
mate.
Brad.
Really appreciate it, eh?
No dramas. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah,
Awesome.
no, good stuff. Good night, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll catch you again. I think 6 o'clock it is tomorrow night with Brad and Tofty, eh? And buddy, have your questions ready. Make sure they're, like if you're having a bit of trouble and whatever and want to know something, let's tap into their knowledge tomorrow night. We're all gonna learn a bit tomorrow night. See you then, eh? Good night. Thanks again, eh? See you later.